Hey everyone, guess what? Actually, FlutterFlow point 4 version 4 it's now available in FlutterFlow beta version. And in a few days, actually a few days from now, it will be available for production as well. And you can actually see on the top left it says FlutterFlow version 4. And today I will actually give you a first look of all the features that were announced in the FFDC. And we'll talk about visual branching, we'll talk about cloud functions, we'll talk about tests, automatic tests, we'll talk about auto screenshot generating, and we'll talk about the marketplace. And I will show you also that now it's available in iPad. And you can actually download the app on the iPad and then start building in FlutterFlow from the iPad. So without further ado, let's get started and let's show you my first impressions of those amazing features. And talking about branching, I was actually not able to find branching in my project. There should be a button on the top right, branching, but I was not able to find it. And if I switch to YouTube right now, you can actually see this is the button that should be there and it says branching, and I cannot find it unfortunately. Let me know in the comments actually below when the version hits hits production. Let me know so other people can know about it. I was thinking maybe this is like a team. It needs to be a team widget. Sorry, it's team project, or there's actually a settings that I need to enable, but I was not able to find it, to be honest. So yeah, probably I will do branching video separately when I found out what is going on here and why I don't have it, or maybe they didn't enable yet. I'm not sure about that. I was not able to find it, but like I said, let me know in the comments about the branching. And let's move on to the cloud functions. The branching was not successful. I was not able to show you, but the cloud functions, I hope I will able to, because on the left side, you now have this cloud functions. When you click on it, you now have this add a new cloud function. And let's test this actually and see if it's actually working or not. So there are a couple of cloud functions that we can do. And if you haven't saw my video, kickstart your Firebase cloud functions journey with the FlutterFlow step-by-step tutorial. You can actually watch it right now, so you can actually see how many different cloud functions there are. There are 5 or 6, as I remember. So the one that I'm going to use today, that I'm going to try, is Fire, the cloud function when a certain document is created. So for example, when when the user's data is created, there will be a new order created. So basically, when a new user's data document is created, a new document inside the orders will be created with the reference of the user's data that was just created, the document that was just created. So the first things, of course, to do is go to Cloud Functions. And now I have an error. It says custom functions are not compiled. We'll just click that and they will be compiled. And then if I add my cloud functions, let's say the name of the cloud function will be something like create out order, for example. And then we have a couple of different choices over here. I will actually leave it by default on the region. And the timeout is how many milliseconds do you want the cloud functions to have, like something like kind of delay or something like that. But I will just leave it blank. And I think this will be the default one. And it says here you can generally select the region closest to your cloud function users, but you should also consider the location of the other Google Cloud products and services that your app is using. So basically, if you are wondering what is your location, I think the best bet is just switch to, for example, your database over here. And then I hope that you choose your location when you first created the database. For example, in my case over here, you can see it on the bottom right. Sorry, it's over here. On the bottom right, you can actually see it. It says database locations Europe 3 in my case particular. So like I said, I'll probably leave it by default, so it will just take whatever location I have choose for my cloud function in my database. And then we have memory allowed or allocate. Uh, so this is actually the memory that you want your cloud functions to run. Keep in mind that if you have more than like 8 or 4 gigabytes or whatever, it will actually cost you more. So keep that in mind. Every time the cloud function is running, it's actually costing you like a cents or something like that. And as long as this is like more than you need, probably it will cost you more. So I'll just leave it at default as well this way. And then we have the require authentication. So Toggle to require users to be authenticated to execute this cloud function. This is actually probably I'm not going to use in this particular cloud function, because if I just enable it, I'm not sure what this is exactly like giving you. I think it's only because when you because usually you don't have this and the cloud function itself, it can just run, because in my particular case it will just run. But I think this is like FlutterFlow, and it's in the FlutterFlow UI only. So when you have the cloud function enabled, or sorry, you have the required authentication enabled, this is only in the cloud, in the FlutterFlow. So if the user is authenticated, the cloud function will run. If it's not, it will not run. And I think this is what is this doing. But otherwise, the cloud function will, I think, it will always run. Because it's a cloud function. That's the idea of the cloud function. Of course, you can have a check inside the cloud function if it's required or not, but this is the cloud function. And then we have the return value, which we can choose over here to return a value from the cloud function as well. And then the final thing is we have parameters over here. So let's actually copy and paste the cloud functions that I generated using ChatGPT, and I hope this one will work. This is actually the name of the cloud function. If you're wondering what is the name, actually this is the name. So I have to actually put this, I think I have to put the same name or else it will not work. So this is very important to know. Just put the same name here when it says export that, and this is the name of the cloud function. Just make sure it's the same as this one over here. And then we have the document user ID, and then it says on create. So when we have on create, we're going to take the user's data, and we're going to put the date as date, and we have the name, which will actually be the name of the user's data. And let's save that actually, so I can go here to see if I have a name, because I don't have a name here, right? Here I have the username, but I can use the username over here. So let's see also if the cloud function will be automatically helping you, like auto completing what I'm trying to say. So let's try that. So if I click that, uh, I should be able to get the user's username, but unfortunately I'm not. So I have to write it on my own. So I have to write username with the username. This is the field that I'm going to take, which is the username. And then we have the order ID. The order ID should be an automatically generated number. It doesn't really matter what numbers should that be. So I'll actually change my cloud function a little bit, and I'll add this function, which is generating a random string based on the length. So I will do it over here, and the order will be a randomatic generated string that will be 10 characters. The length of it will be 10 characters. Then I'll save that. And then the final thing is the user data reference, which is the snapshot, which is coming over here from the snap. And this would be the reference of it. So when I created a document inside the user's data, I will get the snapshot of the document, and then I get the reference of this snapshot particular. And then the final thing is that we're going to try and create the new document inside the orders collection. So it's file store collection orders, and then add. And this is the document that we're going to create, which is order data. Great. So that's about it. That looks fine to me. And then I'm going to deploy it. So when you actually save it, you actually saw that we probably saw that there is a button called the new button called deploy. So, and there is actually here an option, deploy this cloud function or deploy all cloud functions. I'll deploy only this one for now because I have only one. So deploy only this one, and I'll pause it so we don't wait. So now, right now, mine did not work. And the reason for that is probably because I'm not the bronze plan. So what I have to do is actually, I have to change. As you can see, I'm on a Spark. So I have to actually upgrade to bronze. And let me try to do that right now. And let me continue. And let me just click $1, let's say purchase. Great. So now I'm on the bronze. As you can see over here, it says bronze. And let me try to redeploy the cloud function again. And let's hope that this time it will work. It is actually says over here with the yellow or orange text, it says, your Firebase project must be on the bronze plan in order to successfully deploy. So let's see if now it will be deployed successfully. Unfortunately not. It says unknown error. Please contact support FlutterFlow. Yeah, fortunately that failed for some reason. My plan is now bronze, as you probably saw, and I also reconfigured the files as well, auto reconfigure the files, but unfortunately this did not work. So it says unknown error. Please contact support for flow.io. So probably that's why this now is still in beta, but let's hope that they will fix that in the future. And I don't think that I have any errors in the cloud function. So let me know in the comments if you think I do, and also if there is an error in the cloud functions, probably there should be a message like there is an issue or something like that. But yeah, like I said, let's move on to the next one. This one a little bit failed, but let's move on to the next one. Okay, so let's talk about automatic testing right now. I haven't actually tried that myself. So this one will be the first time that I'm trying as well. And let's actually try, because this is something I think that the most people will try and most people will want to be automated, which is when I have the login screen or register, doesn't really matter, or off screen, sorry, not the off, but off screen notification screen. I want to actually be a way for the user to log in automatically or register. So what I mean by that is that I want to create an automatic testing that I want the users to, for example, to register and then go to the home screen, and then I can do something like whatever it is, and like go through the onload process, for example, or something like that. Like I want this to be automatic, because right now I'm just constantly creating new users and checking out, creating new users and checking out. And I want actually this to be automatic. So let's click on the automatic test, and it says configure automatic test for your project, and now click create a new test. Let's say register a new user. Like I said, I never tried that before, so let's see if this is even possible. And I'll say this will register a new user automatically. Okay, great. And then it says here, preconfigurers define preconfigurations that should be met before the test begins. So I don't think I will have actually pre-configurations like, okay, let's say that in the login, I have the user, the email, and the password. I'm not sure what email and password I use, but let's try this one. So let's try demo12344, and then the password it's them. I really like that they put that the password is not visual, so I really like that. And this is the pre-configuration one. And I have a second one which I don't currently have because this is the only one that I have. Okay, so I'm not solely sure if this. I think this should be met, right? I think this should be met, but I'm not sure about it. And then define test steps in order to verify the functionality of your app. So let's define some steps. Okay, so let's define first integration, interact with widgets. We have the wait to load, and we have expected result. So let's interact with the widget and action type. Let's click on top because I want to top, and then select the widget, and the widget that I want to top is that's actually a good thing to know. How do I know that I want to tap the login, for example, button? I'm not sure about it. Select from UI builder. Let's do that. Select from the UI builder, and let's say I want to log in. Let's click on the login and then confirm selection. Great. So I'll click on login, and probably I probably don't need pre-configuration, define pre-configuration that should be met before the test begin. Probably I don't need those pre-configurations, and what I need to do is actually I need to fill this data. So let's try that. Interact with the widget, action, let's say enter text, and I need this. Unfortunately, yeah, probably can arrange them from here. Okay, so I will check from the UI builder, and I'll check the email, and then I have select that, and then the text that I want to enter, it's demo.com, and then I will reorder them, and I'll put that in front. So let's see. The first step will be to enter this uh, email, which sounds great. And then the second step will be to interact with the widget again, enter text. And then this one will be with the UI builder. I will select the password, and the password will be demo12344. I'm not sure if this is actually the password, but let's see. We'll probably get an error from that, right? But I can always change it later. And then the final thing is click on the login button. So that looks right for me. That looks okay. And I will test it now. So I click add test, and that's great. So let's go to the testing. And I don't know how do I test it now. So how do I run the test now? Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so I think I need to change that test. I think I need to add one more step, which is expected result. And the expected result, I'm not sure what the expected result, I think will be to navigate to some page, or what do I expect as a result? So probably I expect as a result to go to the home page and to, let's say, find my value type. It's like the widget type. So probably I expect to have this widget. Not sure about it. So let's select this widget, and let's say it finds nothing, finds none, finds one widget, let's say. So I think the last step will be to expect result. If you don't have expect result, it's probably not going to work, is what I'm assuming. and I still don't know how to run it, unfortunately. I don't see a way of running it. Maybe I'm mistaking something, but I don't see a way of running it. And in the video, actually, that they have, the FlutterFlow team have, they actually, as you can see over here, they actually put it the same way, and they don't have pre-configuration. I was thinking that they have one, but they don't, and they have this run and debug, which I don't see it, to be honest. I don't see this option in my FlutterFlow. So yeah, I have no idea how do I run it. So probably I'm missing something, and let me know in the comments when the 4.0 is available for you. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something or this feature it's still not 100% done. Not sure about it. But yeah, I cannot see a button to start it. And inside the page, I still don't see a button over here. At least I don't see it. Maybe there is, but don't see it to run the test. Maybe from here, but this is a test, like a test mode. This is not a test, the automatic testing. So yeah, I'm not able to find it. And if I run a test mode, and this is my test mode, I still don't see an option to run this. So maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. What do you think, guys? So let's move on to the next one, which is generating images. Sorry, screenshots. And now let's talk about the screenshot generation and generating. And I, to be honest, don't see this option, unfortunately, right now. It should be over here because you can actually probably see it on the video over here. It should be over here. It says screenshot mode, and we are currently in the preview from the video that they have, and I am in my preview, and I'm currently running version 4.0, but I don't see this. Unfortunately, I don't see this button, so I think this is another fail. Fortunately, I was starting to think that should I release this video, but I think I should, right? Because there are still some things that you probably learn from this video, and yeah, let's see. I think if FlutterFlow is actually watching this video, I think they have a lot of things to improve and change before releasing this to the public. So let's hope that FlutterFlow is actually watching this and don't release such a project, such a version for production, because I think they actually set the release date is after 2 days. It should be on the 19th of September by the recording of this video for the public. But boy, if they release such a version, it will be not the best version out there. So with all my love to FlutterFlow, and for all my love to the viewers that you're actually watching this video, like I said, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, sorry about that, but like I said, when this is actually released to the public, I will test it first and make sure that everything is working, and then I'll probably do another video just to showcasing you all the things that were not working right now in this video, in the video that is going to work. And there is actually about the iPad version. There is I cannot test it because I don't have an iPad, but there is actually download links in the community, so you can actually go there and download the links from there. And final things about the marketplace, because they say that the marketplace there will be like a paid items as well in the marketplace, but right now I don't think that the marketplace is still updated or upgraded, and there are only free items right now. But like I said, let's hope that this will change in the future, And like I said, this is still a beta version. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I really hope that you learned something from this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. And before you go, I just want to let you know that I set up a Discord channel, which will be for my 3,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for everyone who subscribed to the channel. The Discord channel will be officially announced when I reach the 3,000 subscribers. Um, it is well structured. It will be well structured with the general tab, which you can see the info, the news, and we will have also click to talk, so you can actually talk to other members of the channel. And we have the YouTube videos as well, where you can see all the YouTube videos. You can also have, if you want to, if you want to request a video, you can go to video requests, and then we have the paid members from YouTube, which they have a separate channel where they can talk. I also have from the mentoring sessions, we have the paid members. And then it's structured by backend, FlutterFlow API calls, Superbase, SQLite. And then you have the design, where you can ask design questions. We have the custom code, which is code expressions, custom functions, custom widgets, custom actions, and FlutterFlow source code. We can talk about the FlutterFlow source code as well, and we have integrations as well, pub dev packages, platforms, if you want to integrate different platforms. We have the general integrations, and then we have, you don't see it from my face, but we have also the settings. We have the dynamic links, we have the push notifications, we have the app settings, we have the Android deployment, we have the iOS deployment, and we have the web deployment. And the last thing that we have is actually we have the languages, and we have other languages. So we have like Swedish, for example, Spanish, Portuguese, other languages that people from those countries or those languages can talk in their own language. So yeah, like I said, thank you very much for all the subscribers. And before you go, I just want to say that the paid membership for YouTube is now open. So you can be a paid member to my YouTube channel, which means a lot. And thank you very much for all the people who are right now paid members to the channel.